Good morning.
Morning, Jenny.
Good morning, everyone. I am sorry, I'm a tiny bit late. I'm just I'm trying to set up my video so that I can record myself. So hopefully it won't distract and you won't notice it at all, which will be great. Okay, so I'm going to put on the mute button and get myself. So, good morning everyone and welcome. And wow, it's sunny today. I think we're going to have another warm day. So just use your intelligence to guide you as to how you should spend the day, and remembering to keep nicely hydrated and not to overdo it in the heat. That's very important. So we are first of all going to get ourselves a nice warm up. So I'm just checking you can actually see everything okay. Lovely, thank you for all that. So let's put ourselves into a Wuji stance, or natural beginning stance, which is feet hip distance apart. And we'll just begin to sense our feet on the ground. So you can wiggle your toes if you like. I've got bare feet, but even if you haven't, wiggling your toes and just sort of feeling that sensation, and then press the whole of your foot into the ground. Press the whole of your foot. And when we begin with a breathing exercise, as we breathe in, we just slightly elevate our bodies so that we can just feel that weight come off our feet. A slight pause and then a lovely long out breath. Just make that happen and just gently sink back down onto the soles of your feet and feel the breath go down into ground. And we'll just do a few of those just to get ourselves going. As you breathe in, you can breathe as if you're breathing the blossom scent and aroma, and just with me coming into this space that you have created for yourself, a lovely clean and clear space to get yourselves a good amount of exercise and energy to begin the day. One more, breathing in nice and deeply through your nose into your lungs. And you can either breathe out through your mouth gently or through your nose. That's up to you. Okay. So like last week, we're going to begin with our toes and our fingers, just getting them nice and mobilised. Trying to move my toes as well in any way that I can. And then my whole hand and my whole foot, if I can, just move my whole foot. Sometimes that just means clenching it up and stretching it out. Be aware that can, in some cases, cause a cramp. So we just do gentle. So scrunching and okay. So we begin by making a soft fist and rolling the fist either way. Now you can just keep going on your your feet. Keep moving your feet, just tapping them gently. Get this rolling of the wrist bone going there. So we've done fingers, we're working our way, wrists and elbows. So we're just sort of moving the elbows in some way. Can you see? Simple elbow movement. And now the whole of the joint there, and you can go the other way, shoulder joints. And it might be that you are moving it down here or way up there, that's fine too, whichever one suits you, just moving that shoulder joint. Okay, so the neck joint is coming up now for a little bit of movement. And put your hands somewhere near your neck so that you can sense that you're not going too far. Just a nice smooth movement either way. And also top to bottom. Look at the ceiling, look at the floor. Just do a few of those. You can feel and sense your neck. Don't overdo it. Just warming up. And a rotation, if you find that comfortable to do, rolling off the neck joint. Just a couple, either way. And now we're going to actually just try and roll the body from the torso up. So that is getting your spine really involved there. Really both ways. Getting a nice movement of the sensing your spine. It's more about the top part of your spine if you can isolate that. Sometimes just swinging is an easier way to do it. And then moving down to the hip joints, and we're just going to get that hip movement going one way or the other, or rotationally, if you can do that rotationally, that's great. And very quickly the knees want to get involved, the knees going down through the knees to the ankles, and the ankle joint, just if you just tip up and go back on your toe to heel, toe to heel. And we do some on the other side, toe to heel, toe. That's like looking up, looking down. And then side to side, which is like a windscreen wiper. That is the rotation of the hip joint there. And the other side, windscreen wiper. Sorry, I'm full of hay fever this morning, or whatever it is, pollen. And then you might want to hold on to something when you're doing this, but we're doing the rotational movement of the ankle bone, trying to keep your knee straight there. Both ankles. And the feet and the ankles and the legs, they've got a lot of work to do. Whatever you do during the day, they usually come into play at some point. So am I back in the correct position? I hope I am. Okay, so let's move on to some more shoulder and neck movements. So we're going to do 3, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, turning those shoulders on. On the third one, we're going to hold it in the back position there for a count of 3, 2, 1. You actually held it 5, so that's okay. Now we do it the other way. Rotation forwards. Try to keep your hands by your sides, just isolating that. Third one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, so we're going to do new moons, gazing, two full moons. So we visualise 2 spheres either side of us, and we smooth our hands up to the top of that globe, breathing in. and then coming all the way underneath it, breathing out, body sinking down. Turn the hands over, palms down, breathe in. Lovely big moon sitting by the side of you. Breathe out. Getting that nice. I'm going to do one more. Breathe in. Slight pause. Breathe out. Okay, so we're going to do a slightly different exercise this morning, which is clock work. I'm calling it clockwork. I have no idea what it's really called. But I want you to imagine yourself in the middle of the clock face. And so to the front of you is 12 o'clock, to the back of you is 6, etc. And I'm going to call out the numbers and you're going to move your foot, point it to that o'clock. You can use whichever foot you want. So if you want to use your right foot to go to 9 o'clock, that's okay. Or you can just go to 9 o'clock like that. Okay, so here we go. 1 o'clock. Home. 7 o'clock. Home. 5 o'clock. Home. 2 o'clock. Home. 10 o'clock. Home. 4 o'clock. Home. Pointing your toe. 8 o'clock. Home. 1. 7. 9. 3. 2. 11. 5. 7. 12. 6. 1. 7. 2. 8. 3. 9. 4. 10. 5. 11. Rest. Hopefully your legs will not be have overdone it there. It's quite a fun exercise, isn't it? So we're going to do swimming on dry land for another warm up. So I like to start under the water with this one. So imagine yourself in a pool of water. So you're going to have to go under the water. However, how far down you go underneath is really up to you. So you can just go like that, or you can go really low down, whatever you choose. When you come up, you bring your hands in front of you and you imagine that you're doing a big open stroke like that. It's not a real stroke for breaststroke or anything. It's just an imaginary one. So you're diving up through the water. You reach the surface of the water or near the surface. You push the water away either side and really try and visualise that water. So go underneath, up through the water, push to the sides, down, up through the water, and off we go, swimming on dry land. Do 4 or 5 of these. Try one a bit slower. So even the down movement through the water is slow. And notice that your descent starts and your hands are sort of halfway down. Okay, have a rest. We're going to do the skeleton shake. And if you can't think of what exercise to do during the day one day, you know, you've been sat around for several hours on the sunbed, on the lounger, reading a lovely book, no doubt. Skeleton shake. Just remember, probably need to do that at least like every 20 minutes if you are sitting down, because the blood and the lymph do not like to be still. We are active human beings. Okay, have a little drink. Going to work from the Badwa Jin for the next 10 minutes, and hopefully we will get through all the movements. So the first movement, we begin in a natural stance, feet hip distance apart, and just for a moment, just think of your position there. Relax your shoulders before you begin. Badwa Jin, first movement, upholding the sky. And we begin by breathing in up to chest height, turn the arms over, palms down, breathe out, let the body sink down. And then a circle around, going up and onto your toes, palms facing the ceiling. Change direction, palms now coming down, palms down, breathe out, sink into the ground. Breathe in, turn the hands, breathe out, sink. Breathe in, semicircle round, go up onto your toes, breathe in, pause, breathe out, push the air down, 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 down. Breathe in, turn the palms, breathe out, sink the body and the breath, sink the breath. Breathe in, up onto your toes, or press down onto the front of your foot. You don't want to go up onto your toes, and sink. And that feeling that you had across the soles of your feet, try to get that again when you now. Try to get that whole sensation, the whole of your foot there. Come up and change direction, breathing out. Push the air down, push that energy down. Let your body sink onto the palms of your feet. So that is, you can cross your hands there just as we pause slightly. We're thinking of the second movement. The second movement is pulling the bow as if to shoot the eagle. So I hope you'll be able to see across, I think you will. Okay, so we do sometimes do this in a wide stance. Now, that can suit you or whatever. You can make that wide stance if you want to. Your knees are probably nice and warm by now. So let go of your arms. Lift the hands as if they are embracing the ball. Make a soft fist with the right hand. And as you turn to the left, pull that as if it is a bow and arrow. Send the arrow out across the top of your fingers. Palm away. Breathe in. Bring the body up. Breathe out. Sink. Breathe in. Come back to embrace the ball. Breathe out. Sink the ball. So you can stay sunk down if you want to. Or anytime you can just lift and come out of that. Breathe in, embrace the ball. Make a soft fist with your left hand. And turning to the right, breathe out. And let the arrow go across your fingers. And in this position, breathe in and breathe out, sink down. Coming back now to the front, breathe in, embrace the ball, breathe out, let that go. I'm going to do 2 more of those. So embrace the ball, right hand, soft fist, turn to the left. The arrow go, breathe in, come out of that position, breathe out, go back. You're ready now to breathe in, come forward, embrace the ball, feel the edges of that ball, and then let the breath return to ground, sink down. Moving to the other side, just checking in. Soft fist with your left hand and turn to the right. Let the arrow go, breathe in, breathe out. Turning to the front, breathe in, body's slightly elevated, breathe out, sink the breath, breathe out. One more. Set, breathe in. Soft fist with your right hand and turn to the left. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, coming forward. Breathing out, sink down. So I noticed some of you are doing that movement with the shoulders going back, and that's fantastic. I'll remind you when we get there. Breathe in, left hand soft fist turning to the right, and this is the point where you breathe in, take your shoulders back, breathe out, return them to the position, and then turning forward, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so you can just rest in the Wuji, interlock your fingers just for a moment. We're going to talk about number 3, so we're going to come back into natural stance if you have been it is either crane spreads its wings or separating heaven and earth, sometimes it's known as. So crane spreading its wings. Begin with arms by your side, just dangling down. Breath is low. As we breathe in, we embrace the ball. Keep your right hand where it is, and just as if you're tracing over the top of that ball with the left hand, and then bring it back to join the right hand, breathing out. Separate, the left hand's going up, and this is the crane spreading its wings. And what you can do is you can turn slightly to the left now and just let that wing go down. Back in position for the second repetition. Breathing in, embracing the ball. Breathing out, bring the right hand towards you and then back to join the left hand. The right hand is going up, the left hand is going down. This is the crane spreading its wings, and now we just turn slightly to the right and let the wing come down. Just see we can do 3 sets. Left hand coming towards you, then changing direction, going back. Left hand, breathe in, spreading the wings, turn slightly to the left and let the wing come down. Breathe in, embrace the ball, right hand moving over the top of the ball, and then when it's back in line with the other hand, moving towards the left hand. Right hand going up, and turn slightly to the right and let the wing come down. Breathing in, this is the last repetition, left hand coming over the top and then back to meet the right hand. Breathing in, left hand going up in the air, turn to the left and let the wing come down. Facing forwards, breathing in, right hand coming over the top as you breathe out, right hand getting ready to go up, left hand down, crane spreads its wings, turns slightly to the right and let that wing come down. Okay, we've done 3, so interlock and just for a moment, just relax the body. And the 4th movement, looking backwards. So letting both hands come up again, embracing the ball. The right hand stays where it is. The left hand turns over and begins its transition to the left side. And if you can gaze along the palm and turn as far as you can, and then when you're ready, coming back, breathing in, breathe in, embracing the ball, breathe out. We do it on the other side, breathe in, right hand turn over and turning from the waist to the right, gazing across the palm just to aid your brain in moving that part of your body. When you feel you've moved enough, breathe in, bringing it back to embracing the ball, and breathe out. One more time, breathe in, left hand turns over, return to the left, so turning to the left, following your hand, looking across the palm of the hand as far as you can, and then when you're ready, breathing in, coming back, breathing out, soften the breath. Breathe in, turn the right hand over, keep the left hand where it is, and rotate body and arm to the right as far as you can. Make that move without any uncomfortable feelings, and then breathing in, let the body rise slightly, let the body sink. So just holding on to crossing the thumbs, and just for a moment in that Wuji, just relax your shoulders and just allow the energies of your body just to travel. You may feel a nice sensation that you have been exercising and moving. Feel comfortable and relax. So we won't do, we'll carry on with the Badwaji into the second half in a moment. But I think it is time to leave, some people, so I'll say goodbye and see you again another time. I'm just going to turn this off, and anyone who wants to can rejoin. Okay. So I have Mhm. Gallery. There we go. So here we are. We'll just hang on because a few people might join in. So we're going to carry on with the Baudouin, just so that we can hopefully get a complete run of it in a moment. But before we do that, we're going to do the cockerel crows in the morning. So am I in the right position? Can you see me head to toe? Thank you, Jane. So here we go. So we're going to do the cockerel. So you need your whatever it is you're going to put into your palms of your hands, whatever that is. So we're not pressing too hard on that, by the way. We're just doing a little tiny pulse. The whole point of having that thing there. Oh, I've got to mute everyone. Sorry, didn't do that. Mute. So the whole point of doing that is not fiercely to do anything. So get ready with those. I've got to get back in position now. I think that's it. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So cockerel, rooster crowing in the morning, I think actually is what it's called. So we start with our hands rolled around or just in a soft fist if you haven't got anything there. And for the first, we're just going to go turn the hand over so the fist is facing up. And we're going to balance that article. So you need to open your fist, balance the article, breathe in and come up. Turn the hands and the fists over and slightly turn the wrist bone up as you swipe down. Change over to elevating the item, breathe in, balance the item up. Turn it over, slightly turn the wrist up, breathe out. One more time, forwards, breathe in, balance the object, turn, breathe out, with a little bit of pressure there. And I think I'm going to try, oh yeah, I can do it to the side without. So here we go with the side movement, so balancing the article again, breathe in and out. Breathe in, turn the article, breathe out. See how my wrist bone just turns up there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And the tricky one perhaps at the back. Balance the item. Breathe in. Turn the article, breathe out. Just slight pressure. Balance the article, breathe in. Up onto your toes. Turn, breathe out. And last time, breathe in. Turn, breathe out. And just standing Wuji for a second there. Think about all the nerve health in your body and nerves. These this bundle of nerves. You can think about it like that if you want to, like a bundle of nerves coming from your brain, going down through the spine, and then branching out to wherever those nerves are going, and they are going everywhere. So we'll do just one moment, 30 seconds, just in Muji stance. And you can stand like this or like this. And we're just going to think. So we're going to use our intelligence and our brain to just connect with the presence of those nerves in our body. So we only really feel the nerves, if you like, when they connect with something else, maybe that they shouldn't, or for some reason there's disease or any other reasons, or we bang something, so the nerves are only connected like that. But just keeping still, you're not really going to feel the nerves, but we want to sense their presence there. We want to give everything, every part of any energy that can go to the nerve health. So nerve health, in traditional medicine, nerve health is fed by a multitude of vitamins, but the B vitamins are known to be very good for nerve health. So if you want to enhance that through your diet, then get hold of Google and look up what you should be not leaving out of your diet for any reason. Certainly trying to get the best nutrition that we can through our food is very important, and not making the balance wrong. Keeping the balance correct with what we eat, and this is the chi of food, if you like. It's got to be a balance. So there are going to be times when we don't exactly eat healthily. So we have to use our intelligence to then balance out. So we can't go day after day after day with the bad habits. We've got to give ourselves that chance with the nutrition. So, I mean, you could choose 1 or 2 days of the week where you think, today I'm going to really give myself a treat. It's going to be so nutritionally sound. And you might think, oh, I actually need to just go back to when I was a child and what I was fed, and try and balance that out for yourself. So I said we're going to continue now with the Baduajin. So the Baduajin, next movement is left and right swing. So left and right swing is usually done in a wider stance and with the hands on the hips, and it is all about mobilising the hips. So we're just doing left and right swing and back to centre, right and left swing and back. So we're just doing, we don't need to do any more than that. Just a swing to the right and a swing to the left. If you're not finding that comfortable because of your hip health, you can just modify that into something else, but a left and a right swing with the knees slightly bending, coming back. I think we've done 6, possibly, I wasn't counting. Okay, so that is left and right swing. So you can do that any different ways you can. Some people do it all together in the lowered position. So they would go down and then they would do the left and the right swing at that down position. So if your legs are strong enough for that, you can do it there. If not, you might be just doing the left and right swing at the top part. So we're just going left and right. You're still getting a lovely movement for your hips, right and left. So that's quite a high one, but still getting this lovely movement of the hips. And anywhere in between is fantastic. Okay, left and right swing, brilliant. Keeping your hands just there for a moment and coming back into Wuji stance. We do lifting, up and down stretch. So this is really for the whole of your spine health, and all of those nerves that we've been thinking about will thank you for this, because they're all running through that spine, and we don't want them to be clogged up or whatever with anything else. We want the blood to flow freely to our nerves, and movement is how that happens. So these movements are really vital. So we're going to pretend that we have a football-sized ball in our hands, and we're going to lift that ball up to a position as high as you can go. So that might be there, could be there, wherever that is. If you can lift up to above your head, that's fantastic. And breathe out. Breathe in, again in that position, and let your spine just curl back just a little bit. Keep your head facing forwards. Some people know they can put their head back there. So breathing in, bring yourself to full height. And this time we're going to take the ball and we're going to place it onto either a high shelf, that's fine there, you're still mobilising your spine, the coffee table, and as you go down you might want to bend your knees and to get it to the ground. And relax there at the ground. You can use your fingers to balance if you want to. Right, we're going to lift that ball up along the length of our legs, very, very gently uncurling the body till you get to upright, still holding the ball, and evaporate that ball. So whatever you can do there, breathing in and breathing out, take the ball back if you can, stretch. Breathing in, come up to full height. Breathing out, go down, stay down for a second or two, then lift that ball up through the middle of your body and just gradually unfold your back and settle. The settling movement is important when you've had your head low down like that. Breathing in, bring that ball up above the head. Breathing out, go back. Breathing in, straighten up. Breathing out, come down to wherever you're going. Breathing in, lift that ball, so concentrate on lifting that ball, bringing it up to belly, looking ahead and settle. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, lean back, breathe in, straighten, breathe out, breathe in, straighten, settle and breathe out. Okay, diagonal knock. Sorry, I just need a little bit of water. Diagonal knock. Also done in a wider stance. So we make soft fists with our hands, and then we draw them up through the middle of the body to chest height. Keep the right hand where it is, and as you slightly turn to the left, you let the left hand drop over in a fist overturned. Then you bring that fist to join back with the other one, you're facing forward, and you lift up as through an imaginary pole. When you're fully upright, you let go of this bud that's at the top of you there, and like a flower unfolding, morning glory, responding to the sun. Make the soft fists, draw them up to chest height, turning slightly to the right, breathe out, diagonal knock. Breathe in, bringing fists together and up through a pole, through the centre of your brain. Open that bud and allow that to open. Make soft fists, draw that up to chest height. Keep the right hand where it is, diagonal knock with the left hand. Breathe out. Breathing in, both hands go up this pole, extending the spine, budding, you can look up there, and then opening like a flower. Turning the fists, soft fists coming upright through the middle of the body, turning to the right, diagonal knock. Bring the fists back together, breathe in, straighten the spine, open like a flower, and let the spine relax down, let the spine relax, as if you're imagining that you're creating space there for the nerves to travel freely. Diagonal knock. Fists together. Straighten the spine as high as you can, and then open that bud and relax the spine, relax down, down, down. Soft fists, draw the fists up to the chest, turning to the right, diagonal knock. Breathe out, let the body sink. Breathe in, bring the fists together. Draw the spine up and straighten the spine. Open that bud at the top and allow the spine to soften as you sink down. I think that's 3 repetitions. I'm not absolutely sure. Anyway, I think it is. We're going to do the last movement, toe to heel bounce. And we do this in a more upright stance. I'd say if that was your natural stance, then just bring your feet in 2 or 3 inches to give yourself a much more flat base. And toe to heel bounce is just basically what it sounds like. So you go onto your toe, bounce to your heel, bounce to your toe, bounce to your heel. And you can use your hands to help you with that. Some people want to do a more fierce kind of press down and whatever. but it's not really necessary. We're just doing the toe to heel bounce. I'm trying to do 6, I might have done more. And rest. And go back into Wuji stance, because at the end of a series of exercises like this, today we're just thinking about our nerve health and how these exercises will help, purely by moving the blood, creating good channels of physical movement for the blood, the lymph, get the heart rate just up slightly, elevate the heart rate, so that also then gives you a little bit more blood. Slightly elevate the breath rate, so that gives you a little bit more oxygen, and it begins the story of life there. We have become so sedate, and especially in our latter years, things like disease and age can have a marked effect, but we can have a marked effect back, if you like, and trying to make changes for ourselves, changes with how we approach life even. You know, when we were young and like completely not influenced by age or ill health, we hardly had to think, we hardly had to use our intelligence, but this comes around and we have to try and, you know, use our intelligence a little bit more. So we're going to finish off with work that we're doing on Tai Chi 16. Sorry, I'll come back to I'm not used to being filmed. We're going to work now a bit on Tai Chi 16. So I'm saying lots of ums. I'll have to cut that out at some point. It's my brain. So we're going to do apparent close-up, single whip, and right hand strums the lute. So to do apparent close-up, we move into a bow stance. So that would be from Wuji, lean onto the right leg, bring the left leg up, heel down, and heel to the ground and press forward. So that is a forward bow stance, and that is where apparent close-up begins, because the hands have evaporated down from the last move. So what we're going to do is we make a large gesture around the body. See that my body weight is shifting back, and as it shifts back, I bring this to cover my sort of face, my chest, and that is the apparent close-up. Turn everything to the right and straighten yourself out, and then let the hands just evaporate down. Take the right hand and make a beak. Pretend you've got a beak here at sort of face level, at the beak of a bird. Dip into a sack of grain and gather some of that grain up, and at the same time lean to the right. Bring the grain and the leg up as high, elevated stalk, and then let it sink down. Hold that position. Heel to the ground and slide or just move across. I'll just go back to there. Heel to the ground, slide across as far as you can. At the same time, the weight's coming to the right, and we're sliding and stopping the traffic on the right hand side. Weight to the left, because the next move, the left hand becomes the lute in front of you. The right foot slides back into stalk, it's high up, and then we play the lute with the right fingers down like that. It's quite low down. Okay, so go back to your starting position and take the bow stance forwards, and starting with the arms just loose in front of you. Here begins apparent close-up. So we push the air up with the backs of our hands, and then as the weight comes back, apparent close-up takes shape, holding that on the back leg. Turn everything to the right, pivot around, and allow apparent close-up to dissolve down, let the breath go down. Take the right hand, make a beak, take the left hand, dip into the grain, and bring the left hand up, foot up into stalk on your toe, and then just let stalk rest down. Let the heel go down and sliding across to the left, stop the traffic. Weights on the left foot, bring the right foot up to join the left. Put your lute in position and strum down the lute. Ooh. Well done, everybody. I could see that. That was going really well. And I feel my body feels like it wants to do it on the other side, but it's not in the sequence on the other side, but it'd be terribly good for our brain, perhaps, to do that. But unfortunately, we don't actually have time today. So we're going to finish off with Chang Tse, and a little mantra that you can say to yourself. The heaven, earth, and I living together, and when we say it, we have no intention of judging how these three components live together. We're just giving ourselves a moment to think about that and how this interacts in our lives, and we just do the gestures. So heaven, we bring that into the upper dantian, our intellect, and ground that breath. Earth, all of our earthly pursuits, our family, our friends, our food, our occupation, we bring that into our heart space and ground the breath. And self, and we bring that into the lower dantian, our root space, and ground the breath. So you can just, in your minds, just say words if you like. I will say them aloud. So, Chang Tse. Chang Tse. Chang Tse. Oh, just feel the refreshing energy that we've created, and I will say goodbye and thank you all. Thank you for your support. It's lovely to be here on a Monday morning, and I'll say goodbye and catch up with you very soon. Cheerio!